Sitting up nice and tall, close your eyes. Exhale your breath all the way out. Take a slow breath in through your nostrils. Open mouth, exhale. Slow breath in. All the way out, exhale. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Stretch your arms over your head, please. Reach up to your fingertips. Bring your hands to your heart and let it go. Now with your eyes closed, hands at your heart, lips sealed, can you take a few rounds of breath on your own, at your own rhythm, at your own pace, in through your nose and out through your nose, please. You're breathing through just your nostrils. Beginning to create a stronger sense of audible connection to your breath. What we're looking for is not just hearing the breath, but feeling the breath through as many of your senses as you can. This way, the breath becomes really important, really focused, and really powerful. You're breathing in and out through your nostrils. The breath is moving through the back of the throat, and it's creating a vibration in the vocal cords that you can feel through your whole body. As you breathe, you can hear the sound of the breath moving through and around you, sounding like a loud whisper or like the distant sound of the ocean. Focus on that sound, on that feeling, until any other limiting or distracting thoughts have been pushed to the side. We'll set the intention for our practice today. It comes with a little story. So in my house, in my little apartment, we have a fair amount of plants. I wouldn't say like we have a lot, but most of the plants seem to do really well growing, or when you put them in the kitchen. There's a big window and it lets in a good amount of afternoon sunlight, and that seems to be where most of the plants excel or do their best. So they require me to water them and to move them and to trim them and take care of them, right? Now, us as yogis, as humans, we don't need quite as much managing from outside sources. We have the agency to take care of ourselves, to practice self-care. And unlike the plants, we don't need a certain set of conditions to grow and blossom and to be our best self, but rather we have this ability to grow and blossom from our own power. So that's our practice today, remembering your agency to grow, to adapt, to learn, to do all these things that we can hopefully get out of our practice without waiting for the perfect conditions. We don't need to be in the kitchen, practice yoga to grow. We can be anywhere, in our house, yoga studio, outside, on the lawn, as long as you are willing to gather the knowledge, put it towards action. You are willing to move with an open heart and open mind, to practice ahimsa, non-harm and self-care, then you are capable of growth, if that's what you're looking for. So that's our practice working towards reminding ourselves of our agency to grow without awaiting for the absolute perfect conditions to do so, because they might never come. Exhale your breath all the way out. Inhale for Om. Let's blink your eyes open. Let's come forward onto our hands and knees, everybody. Thanks again for being here today. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Nancy. Good to see Nico. If you have questions as we go, remember to please ask so that we can all learn from, we can all grow from a shared learning experience. And reminder that that practice of self-care, of compassion, responsibility of it really begins with you. Fingers spread wide, hands on the ground. You're going to turn your fingers out to the sides just a little bit. Make some small circles around your wrists, pressing down through your hands, just a few small circles in one direction. 3, 2, 1. Please circle the other way. 3, 2, and 1. Turn your palms face up, please. Point your fingers in towards each other. Spread your fingers wide, wiggle your fingers a little bit, roll out your thumbs, pressing down into the backs of your hands, rock side to side. Good. June, come all the way down onto the back of your hand, not just the back of your fingers. There you go. Rock it out side to side. Go for 3, 2. All right. Nice big stretches for the wrists. And 1. Now please turn your palms face down, pointing your fingers back towards your thighs. Shift your weight forward and round into your back. Cat pose your spine. Lean forward as much as you can. Inhale, shift your weight back. Cow pose. Spin your thighs back. Lift your chest up. Exhale, rock forward again. Cat pose your spine. Inhale, rock back. Cow pose. Thighs back and chest lifted. Exhale, cat pose, shift forward, lean into it. Inhale, shift back. Move your hips all the way back to sit back onto your heels. Toes are untucked, which means the tops of your ankles are pressing down. Go ahead and lean back a little bit. Place your hands right next to your feet. You can stay right here, maybe lean back into your hands more. Maybe you practice one knee at a time coming up. And the idea here is that we don't want to cause pain. We don't want to move towards that space of injury, but it should be a sensation of stretch. If you feel pain, you know you've gone too far. Reminder that practice of self-care, of non-violence, of non-harm starts with us. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can lift your knees up even more. Breathe. Let's lower the knees back down. Keep the hands back behind you. Press into your fingertips. Puff up your chest a little bit here. Open up your heart. Roll your shoulders back. Maybe those more advanced yogis looking for a little bit more of a stretch today can lift their hips up. All right. Should feel, again, like a stretch without pain. So if you feel pain in your shoulders or your knees, you've gone too far. Spin your thighs back. Take one more breath. Wherever you are, lower your hips down if they're up and walk your hands forward. Come back onto your hands and knees, please. Please stretch your left arm out to your left. Thread your left arm underneath you and land on the back of your left shoulder. Ooh, nice little crack already. Walk your right fingertips forward towards the top of the mat for more of a stretch. Then tack your right hip back. So you're getting really long through your right side body. Right hip goes back, right fingertips reach forward. Spin your inner thighs back, please. Move your hips a little bit to the left. Draw your belly in. Look up underneath your right armpit as you twist. Let's bring the right hand back down right in front of the nose. Push down through your right hand, sweep your left arm up to the sky, reach up through your left fingertips, and step your left foot back. Press through your right hand, stretch up through your left fingertips, reach your left arm forward over your head, lean back, look up, inhale. Exhale, please step your left foot all the way forward to the top of the mat. We'll place both hands down inside your left ankle, rock forward, and lunge. So work here to make your legs a little bit more active. You want to feel the weight of the lunge, the weight of the stretch in your legs. To get there, tone your thighs, make your legs active. Scissor thighs together, draw thighs to hips. Without losing that action, both hands inside your left ankle, press down through your feet, stretch out through your legs, and pull your heart forward, breathe in. Exhale, straighten your left leg and flex your toes. So some of us have the left hand outside of the left leg. I would encourage you to bring your left hand inside the left ankle for now. See if you can work your way into a nice stretch for your outer hip. Tone your thighs, please. Draw thighs to hips. Press out through the feet and fold. Let's do a few more rounds of this. Rock forward lunge. Keep the action in the legs. Scissor thighs. Press through the feet. Straighten your legs. Exhale. Scissor thighs. Press to the feet. Inhale. Rock forward lunge. Scissor thighs. Press to the feet. Exhale. Straighten legs. Flex your toes. Scissor thighs. Press to your feet. As you rock forward this time, pick up your back knee. Lean forward and lunge. Stretch through your legs. Keep the back knee lifted, straighten your legs. Exhale, flex your toes, drop your gaze, press through your hands, sweep your left leg up to the sky, please. Left leg goes up and back. Stack your left hip over your right hip. Press through your hands, stacking your left hip over your right hip. Keep lifting your left hip up. You can stay right here, or maybe you flip it over, coming into not quite a wild thing. Left foot taps the ground behind you, and right away lower your butt to the ground. So you're facing the back of your mat now. Your right hand is still on the ground at the top of the mat. Your left arm is reaching out towards your right toes. Right leg is straight. We're going to do up and down a few times. Press through your right hand, squeeze into your right glute, lift your hips up, reach your left arm over your head towards the top of the mat. And then we'll lower the butt down to the ground again. Tap. 2 more. Lift your hips up, reach over your head. Lower the hips down, tap the ground. Lift your hips up, reach over your head. And we're going to take it all the way back down. Place your left hand on the ground, please. Do this slowly with me. Bring your left knee into your chest. Extend your left leg out towards the right. And this might be where you stay, keeping both hands down. Or you can spin your right heel down. That's your back leg. Keep your left leg lifted and open your right arm up to the sky. If you find that being too intense, just place the hands back down. Stretch out through your legs for 3. Out through your arms 2. Both hands coming down 1. Step back, please, plank pose. Lower and all the way down to your stomach. Cobra pose, really small, low to the ground, cobra pose. Hands next to your chest, pin the elbows back. Make sure your elbows are pointing up at the ceiling and they're not down on the ground. So Brian, who's next to Brian? Hands back even more. Even further back, right next to your chest. Yeah, there you go. Cobra pose, lengthen, stretch your toes back, pull your heart forward. Let's hold it here for 3. Keep pressing down, just get longer 2. Keep pressing down, get longer 1. Let's find child's pose. Just a reminder of what that pose feels like. Toes together, knees apart. Slide your chest back right inside your thighs. If you need a moment to yourself to reflect, catch your breath, to recheck your intention, you have agency. Remember, you have this ability to choose your path, to grow at your own pace. Sometimes in order to grow, we need to rest, recover, so that we have the strength to keep moving forward. This is what this pose is for. Come back up onto your hands and knees, friend. Just knowing that that pose is there, can you move now with more confidence? Right arm reaches out to the right. Thread your right arm underneath you and come down onto the back of your right shoulder. Walk your left fingertips forward, please. Reach out to your right hand. Spin your inner thighs back. Tack your left hip back a little bit more and move your hips to the right slightly. These are all really small movements. Can you twist? Reach to your right hand, roll your left shoulder back. Take a little peek up underneath your left armpit. Breathe. Place your left hand down in front of your nose and rise, right arm up to the sky, supported side plank. Step your right foot back. Reach your right arm forward. Really big stretch to the right side body. Look up, lean back, inhale. Exhale, step your right foot all the way forward to the top of the mat. Nice, Emily. Both hands come down inside the right ankle. Rock forward and lunge, please. Scissor your thighs to deepen your lunge. Press to your feet. Straighten your right leg now. Exhale, flex your toes. Scissor your thighs, press out through your feet and fold. 2 more. Inhale, rock forward, lunge. Scissor your thighs, pull your heart forward. Exhale, straighten your front leg, scissor your thighs, press out through your feet. Inhale, rock forward and lunge, scissor your thighs, stretch through your chest. Exhale, straight leg. Exhale, drop your gaze, look back. Exhale, all the breath out. As you rock forward this time, please pick up your back knee, lunge. Keeping both legs active, straighten your front leg, fold. Press to your hands, please. Sweep your right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Stack your right hip over your left hip. Press to your hands a lot. Lift to your right hip. Keep your right side body and left side body actually really long. You can stay here and just hold this for a few breaths, or take your right foot to the ground behind you. Lower your butt to the ground, looking towards the back of your mat. Reach your right fingertips towards the back of the mat. Squeeze your left glute, press to your left arm, lift your hips up, reach your left arm over your head towards the front of the mat. Lower your butt back down, reach towards the back of the mat, maybe even tap the ground. Lift your hips up, reach over your head, right arm over your head, and tap the ground. One more time, lift your hips up, reach the right arm over your head. Now, place the right hand down, bring your right knee into your chest, stretch your right leg over to your left. Right leg extends over to the left. You might stay here, keeping both hands down, or pick up your left arm. Reach it up, stretch out through your legs, breathe. Spin your back heel all the way down. That's it. Lean back, look up. Place the left hand down, step your left foot back, plank pose. Nice, Sherry. Lower down, chaturanga, all the way to your belly, this one. Then hold it, cobra pose. Please press your feet firmly down, pin the elbows back, pull your chest forward. Hands are pressing gently down, and the elbows are squeezing towards each other. The feet are pressing firmly down. You're using your legs as this anchor point to stretch. Feet pull down, pull your chest forward, get longer, inhale. Good, Nico. Exhale. One more time, child's pose. Just a quick reminder what this shape feels like, how easy it is to access it for any reason, for no reason, and we'll find it downward facing dog right away. Breathe for a moment. In through your nose, out through your nose, please. Inhale, please lift your left leg up to the sky. Stretch it up and back. Now, please step your left foot just forward of your right foot. You're going to place your left foot a little bit in front of your right big toe and a little to the left. You don't have to cross the midline. Please lift your right leg up to the sky. Lift it up, stretch it back. And we'll do the same thing. Right foot steps just forward to the left foot and to the right. Keep it going until you get to the top. Try to hold it for a little bit. But it's not big swings. It's lift, extend, hold it, then a step forward. Right leg, lift, extend, hold it. Step the right foot forward. Left leg lifts up, extend it back, hold it. Left foot steps between the hands. Right leg lifts up, extend it back, hold it. Right foot steps next to left foot. Nice job, everybody. Inhale, lift up halfway, please. Hug your shins in, spin your inner thighs back, and stretch the bottom of your heart forward. Good, Jen. Bend your knees a little more, Jen. Exhale and fold nose to knees, please. Inhale to rise, reach your arms up, stretch up your fingertips. Grab a hold of your right forearm or wrist, side bend over to your left side, please. Work on making your legs and core active. So tone your thighs, squeeze your glutes, pull your navel in. Now see if you can side bend, stretch through your side body more. If you're feeling this in your low back, you've gone too far. Inhale, come back up. Grab your left wrist, please, pull up and arch over to your right side. Tone your thighs, squeeze your glutes. Belly pulls in, side bending. Inhale, come back up. Cactus your arms. Take your elbows wide. Move your shoulder blades down your back. Lift up into your chest. Little baby back bend. Chair pose now. Arms up, hips back. Doesn't have to be super deep, but I'm going to encourage you to get a little lower. Hug your shins in, spin your thighs down. Can you start to bring your hips to about the height of your knees, strengthening our quads and glutes? Sit a little bit deeper. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your nose to your knees, please. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen your spine. I'm going to give you some choices here. You might step back to plank pose, which is a pretty comfortable transition, or you can hop back to chaturanga, which means you're going to land with your elbows already bent, even if that means landing on your belly. Ready? When you're ready, place your hands down, step to plank or hop back to chaturanga. And either option is great as long as you're doing it with intention. Cobra pose from here, shoulders back, heart forward, downward dog, exhale. Take it back, please. Spread your fingers wide, hug your forearms in, press the ground away from you. Hips up and back. Let's take that walking split action one more time. Please lift your right leg up and back. Stretch it out, reach to the right heel, and now step your right foot just forward of your left foot, please. Left leg lifts up, reach it up, stretch it back. Left foot steps just forward of the right foot. Keep it going, right leg lifts up. Right foot steps forward. Left leg lifts up. Left foot steps forward. Right leg lifts up. Thanks, Pam. Right foot steps forward. Left leg lifts up. Left foot steps next to right foot. Inhale, lift up. Halfway, unlock your knees. Heart pulls forward. Exhale, forward fold, nose to knees. Inhale, rise up to standing. Take your arms to the sky. Try to touch the ceiling. Really big stretch up. Cactus your arms. Take your shoulders down your back. Lift into your chest. Nice big heart opening. Chair pose. Inhale. Reach the arms up. Hug your shins in. Spin your inner thighs down. Broaden your outer hips. Now sit through that space. Draw your belly in. Reach up to your fingertips. Extend your arms as much as you can over your head. Nice. Good, Rhonda. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your nose to your knees. Inhale, lift up halfway. Lengthen your spine. Options to step to plank. Or if you're hopping back, make sure you land with bent elbows. Take it back, chaturanga. Bent elbows, Alex, and take it back. Good. Inhale, cobra pose. Press into your pinky toes. Pull your chest forward. Downward facing dog. Take it up and back, please. So good, my friends. Spread your fingers wide. Hug your forearms in and spin your biceps up. Hug your shins in, spin your inner thighs back, broaden your hips. In the center of your chest, push down into your hands. In the center of your chest from your heart, lift up into your hips. Press back to your heels. Hold for a breath. Inhale, lift up to your toes, please. Bend your knees, look forward, lightly step or hop forward, forward, fold. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale, fold in, nose to knees. Rise up, take your arms to the sky. Practice the arms, maybe a little bit more of the back than this time. Tone the thighs, squeeze the glutes. Chair pose, inhale, bend your knees, reach your arms up. Exhale, Brian, hug your shins in more, spin your inner thighs down more. That's it, hold it here, breathe in. Even more, Brian, point your toes forward all the way so that the feet are parallel to each other. Shins in, thighs down, there you go. Sit a little bit lower. One more breath here. Exhale, forward fold. Very nice, everyone. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen your spine. Sun salutation B, plant the hands down. Same thing, step or hop back, chaturanga. If you hop back, please land with bent elbows. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Please lift your left leg high and back. Bring your left knee into your chest, step between your hands. Spin your right heel down. Before you rise, pause. Make sure you feel all four corners of your feet solidly pressing down. Inner edges and outer edges of your feet. Inner right thigh is spinning back. Rise up, warrior one. If we're waiting for the perfect set of conditions to arise before we give ourselves the chance to grow, maybe they may never come, because what is ever really absolutely perfect, right? Rather than waiting for that, rather than waiting at all, in the here and now, you have agency to grow. You have the power within you to choose knowledge, to choose strength, to choose holding back, to choose pushing forward, whatever you might need for this practice. It's a very individual, personal experience. So let's work together to find your own inner agency to grow. Tone your thighs, please. Squeeze your heels towards each other energetically and feel the sense of drawing your thighs into your hips. For me, it feels like I'm retracting my legs back in. Don't lose that. In the center of your hips now, push down through your feet to deepen your lunge. Still drawing in. In the center of your hips, expand out in all directions. Reach to your fingertips, broaden your shoulders. One more breath, reach up, stretch back, expand out. Release the hands down, take it back. Chaturanga, very nice job, everyone. Cobra pose, inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale, right leg lifts up nice and high. Bring your right knee into your chest, please step between your hands. Spin your left heel down, pause. Firm up your foundation. All four corners of your feet pressing down. Inner edges, outer edges of the feet solid. Spin your inner left thigh back and rise, warrior one. There's no waiting for any outside source. Within us is that power, that ability to grow. We grow, we apply that power of growth, of expansion with care, with consideration. Remembering we don't want to create harm. We don't want to lose our sense of compassion, of self-care, of self-love. So as we continue to expand by gaining knowledge, by taking action, balance it out with the need to protect yourself, to do no harm, to show yourself compassion. Tone your thighs, squeeze your heels together, draw thighs to hips. All those actions should help to really stabilize and strengthen your legs. Don't let it go as you press from your hips out through your legs to deepen your lunge. From your hips up into your heart and out through your fingertips. Just expand out, grow, breathe in. Release the hands down, exhale, take it back. Chaturanga, nice job, everybody. Lower, inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up to your toes, please. Bend your knees, look forward, lightly step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, nose to knees, fold in. Inhale, chair pose, rise up. Hold it here, exhale. Big breath in, lift into your chest. Hold it here, exhale, get a little bit lower. Big breath in. Lower your butt all the way down to the ground. Lift your feet up, boat pose. Your toes are gonna tap the ground here, squeezing your thighs together. Your toes are gonna lift back up to the sky. Toes tap the ground. This time, can you squeeze your thighs into your ribs even more? Then extend your legs back up. One more time, toes tap the ground. Squeeze thighs to ribs, extend your legs up. Slowly lower back, Ardha Navasana. Hold it without collapsing down. Squeeze your thighs together. Keep the shoulder blades lifted and your legs lifted. We're gonna hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your legs up and lower your head down. Legs up, lower your head down. Interlace your fingers, point your fingers up to the sky. Just a little bit of core work. Lower your left leg down, lift your shoulders up, reach out to the right. Right, stretch through both legs, please hold it for 3. Reach to the right, 2. Reaching out to the right, 1. Lift your left leg up, lower your head back down. Keep reaching out through the fingertips, right leg lowers. Shoulder blades lift up, reach out to your left. Tone your thighs, stretch through both legs a lot. Pull your belly down for 3. Extend through your legs, 2. Reach to the left. 1, lift your right leg up, lower your head back down to the ground. Now place your hands on your thighs, bend your knees, please. Squeeze your thighs together. Press your hands into your thighs as hard as you can. Press your thighs back into your hands, resist it. If you curl your shoulder blades up, it will be much harder. Squeeze your thighs, flex your toes. Press hands to thighs, thighs to hands for 3, 2, and 1. Lie back, knees into your chest. Nice job, everybody. We're gonna rock it up to chair pose again. Ready, rock forward, rock back. Place your feet down, lift your hips up, chair pose. Using that core work we just built, let's find our crow pose. Do the best you can. Spread your fingers wide, please. Bring your knees onto the backs of your arms. Lots of ways to approach this. Spread your fingers wide, hands down. Maybe your feet don't leave the ground today, and that's fine. You just rock forward, get your hips up nice and high. Looking forward and down. Press through your hands. You're not resting your legs on the back of your arms. You're lifting your legs up and using your arms for help. Right? Pull your thighs up to your ribs. Pull your hips up to the sky. 1 foot at a time might come up. Squeeze your heels to your bum for 3. Do your best. 2. Step back, plank pose. 1. Nice job, everybody. Good, Lauren. Lower down, chaturanga. Cobra pose. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Please lift your left leg up to the sky. And we'll step the left foot to the outside of the left hand, please. Lower your right knee down to the ground. And with your left hand, reach back. Grab a hold of your right foot as best you can. It's okay if you don't make the connection. Just work into the twist. Maybe bend your knee without grabbing the foot. If you have a towel or a strap handy, you can use it to help loop the foot and hold on to the towel or strap. Take a couple of breaths here. Good. Monica, squeeze your right glute a little bit more. Scissor thighs together. Now lunge. A little bit more muscular engagement. Release your back foot, my friends. Pick up your back knee. Turn to your right side, wide-legged forward fold. Big toes turned in. Inhale, lift up to your fingertips. Exhale, drop your head, fold all the way in. Crown of the head towards the ground. Inner thighs spin back. Press down through your feet, please. Work the crown of your head towards the ground. Last breath. Inhale, lift up to your fingertips. Pull your heart forward. And exhale, turn, bend to your right knee, skandasana. Right knee bending, left leg extending. Heels down, draw thighs to hips. Press into your feet, move your legs wide, and sit nice and low into that squat. It's just like a squat, but only on one leg. So think about that right side creating the squatting sensation. Sometimes it helps find more entry into the pose. Just think about changing the way you approach it. Stay nice and low as you come forward, side angle pose. Left hand down inside the left ankle and right arm reaching out in front of you. If you prefer to bring your left forearm to your left thigh, you can. Gives you a little bit more support here. It's going to be helpful for those of us with a little more tension in the hips. But if you can, bringing the left hand down inside the left ankle will help a lot with getting deeper into the stretch. Remember, there shouldn't be pain. You might feel a slight discomfort as you stretch deeper into your hips. Tone your thighs, please squeeze your heels together. Draw thighs to hips. It feels like you're trying to drag the front edge of the mat and the back edge of the mat towards each other. It's a subtle action, so don't do it so much that it hurts, but you're aware of the muscular energy of the action. Now, without letting that go, from your hips, press your feet to deepen your lunge. Reach to your right fingertips, reach back a little bit, please. One more breath here. Very good. Place your right hand down on the ground. Lower your right knee down to the ground. Open your left arm up to the sky. We're taking this supported side plank pose again, this time hovering the left leg off the ground. Right hand down, left leg lifted, breathe. Press to your right hand, shift your hips back just a little bit more, press to your left heel a lot. Very good, my friends. Place your left hand down, place your left knee down, rock forward, lower your chest and chin forward and down. Slide forward, cobra pose, inhale. Press your feet down, pull your heart forward. Take it back, exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up, high to the sky. Bring your right knee to your right shoulder, step outside of your right hand. Lower your left knee down to the ground, please, and reach your right arm up. Reach it back, grab your left foot. Squeeze the heel into your bum and breathe. Create a little bit of rotation here. It's going to be very helpful. Roll your right shoulder back, roll your left shoulder back. Good, Ryan. Keep turning that right shoulder back. That's it. Really nice. Good, Andy. Left shoulder back. Nice, Allison. Heart forward more. Good, Sherry. Both shoulders back. Sherry, heart forward. Release your back foot, please. Take your right hand down. Lift your back knee up. Turn to your left, wide-legged forward fold. This time, if you want to grab your feet and pull yourself in, it might feel really good to stretch a little bit deeper. You don't have to. You can keep the hands on the ground. Imagine the crown of your head touching the ground, extending through the ground even. Tone your thighs. Spin your thighs back. Press from your hips down into your feet, from your hips out to the crown of your head. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale, lift up to your fingertips. Left side skandasana. Your left knee will bend and your right leg will extend. Squeeze your heels together, draw thighs to hips, then press out through your feet, stretch to your legs. If you can, hands off the ground, hips get low. Practice self-care, practice being safe, not causing harm, and also remember your ability to grow comes from within, from your willingness to gather knowledge and put it into action. Stay nice and low, come forward, side angle pose. So you're staying low to work into the hips. Right hand down inside the right ankle, left arm reaching forward, get really long through your left side body. Nice, friends. Tone your thighs, squeeze your heels together, draw thighs to hips. Feels again like you're dragging the front of your mat back, the back of your mat forward. Your right knee is bent and your left leg is straight. You're stretching long through the right side, through the left side body, sorry. And you deepen your lunge by pressing down into your feet more. And you expand, stretching more through your left fingertips and rolling your left shoulder back more. One more breath here. Release your left hand down to the ground, please. Lower your left knee down to the ground. Coming into that supported side plank again on your left side. Sweep your right leg back and hover the right leg up. We're prepping ourselves for half moon pose in a moment. Right leg extends back, stretch through your fingertips, stretch through your legs, stretch through your heart. Find some support from your core, draw your belly in. Breathe, lift your leg up even more. Right hand down, right knee down. Lower your chest and chin down, pause. Hips are lifted, chest and chin are down. Slide all the way forward onto your stomach, please, and open your arms out wide to a T shape. Roll over to your left side and step your right foot to the ground behind you. Reach back with your right hand and grab a hold of your right foot if you can, please. If that's too uncomfortable, then don't worry about it. Just stretch the right leg back. Keep the right knee from lifting up higher than your right hip. We're keeping the knees inside the width of the hips. Should really change the way the stretch feels, and it's going to help create more space in the low back this way. Take your right thigh back, roll your right shoulder back, kick the right foot into the hand. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Let's roll over to the right side. Same stretch. Step your left foot back behind you. Reach back with your left hand if you can and grab your left foot. Nice, everybody. Relax your neck, unclench your jaw. Keep your knees inside the width of your hips. Kick your foot back and open it up. And come back onto your stomach, please. Place your hands next to your chest. You know what? Actually, let's stay here for a second. Yeah, Monix, get ready. Interlace your hands behind your back. Squeeze your palms together. Stretch your knuckles back. Lift your chest and shoulders up. Try not to pull your chin forward and up. Just keep your chin tucked in a little bit. Good to see you. I would say drop your chin a little bit more. That's it. Palms squeeze together. Reach back to your knuckles. Lift up into your thumbs. If you can, lift your thighs up as well. Lift your toes. See if you can get longer. Heart forward, toes back for 3. Lift it up 2. Slowly lower down 1. Beautiful. Nice, Nancy. Nice, Lauren. Relax for a moment. Very good, my friends. Place your hands next to your chest, please. Cobra pose. Inhale. Downward dog. Exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg high to the sky. Adding on just a little bit here. Stack your left hip over your right hip. You can stay here, or a chance for a wild thing. Taking your left foot to the ground behind you, lifting your left hand up and sweeping your left arm all the way up and over your head. Squeeze into your right glute. Reach to your left fingertips. If you prefer to stay in the down dog with your left leg lifted, stay there. You always have the option of that child's pose as well. Listen to what your body needs. Listen to what you need. You have agency to choose your own path in this practice and hopefully allow you the chance to grow in your own power. Ready, look down at the top of the mat. Everybody, if you can, keep your left hand from coming back down. Step your left foot all the way forward to the top of the mat. That's a tricky transition. Lower your right knee down. One more time, reach back with your left hand. Grab your right foot. Squeeze. Those of you who want to go a little deeper, you bring your right forearm down. It's going to give you maybe even a lot deeper. Breathe. Take your time to find it. Make sure that the shape you're in isn't causing you pain and helping you to expand. These look so good, everyone. Roll your shoulders back, pull your heart forward. Release the back foot, please. Pick up your back knee, turn to your right side, wide-legged fold. Big toes turned in. Adding just a little bit of a twist. Left hand down, right arm up to the sky. Getting a little more twisting in the spine. As best you can, legs are active, tone your thighs. Spin your inner thighs back, broaden your hips. Press to your feet, stretch to your heart. Look up and twist. Place your right hand back down, bend your right knee, Skandasana. Right knee bends, get low. Heels down. Breathe, good, Annie. Nice, Monica, keep going. Nice, Sherry, a little bit lower, hips back and down, good. Nice, June. When you're ready, friends, coming forward, side angle pose, stay low. Turn your left toes forward, place your left hand down. Reach your right arm out towards the top of your mat like you're shaking someone's hand. From here, we're gonna wrap the right arm behind our back. Walk your left fingertips forward and lift your right leg up, half moon pose. The left fingertips are best when they're a little bit out to the left, just a little bit, and forward, so that your shoulder is more or less over your left hand. Please bring awareness into your legs. Tone your thighs. Flex your thigh muscles. Draw in thighs to hips. The same actions we've been building all practice. Once you've toned the thighs and drawn in thighs to hips, now expand with your own strength. From the center of your hips, press out through your feet, stretch out through your chest, open everything up. Option, with your right hand, reach back and grab your right foot, Chapasana. This is optional. For some of us, we're ready to get out of the pose, that's fine. We'll come to warrior two. If you're happy here, stay for maybe 2 or 3 more breaths. See you ready to come out. Slowly unwinding, please. Release your back foot, step back, warrior two, rise up. And we'll just take it right back down. Exhale, circle your hands down to the ground, please. Step back, downward facing dog. Nice job, everybody. Optional vinyasa, rock forward plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Cobra pose, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, that was awesome, my friends. Please lift your right leg up to the sky. Stack your right hip over your left hip and finding wild thing. Flip the dog, right foot to the ground behind you. Reach to your right fingertips, squeeze into your left glute. Reach up and over your head. Try to reach the ground over your head. Otherwise, you're still in that down dog with your right leg lifted. Try your best to stay in an action. If you're not taking the option to go deeper, still stay in the step before. So you're not just sitting down here. When you're ready, look back to the top of the mat, please. Step your right foot all the way forward to the top of the mat. Lower your left knee down to the ground and reach your right arm up and back to grab your left foot. If you want to lower your left forearm down to take this a little bit deeper, you can. Good, Sarah. Really good, Sarah. Breathe. It's okay if you don't have that back foot, but can you then work on your twist a little bit? Roll your right shoulder back more, twisting open. Squeeze into your left glute, everybody, and lunge. Pull your heart forward. Good, Cecilia. Good twist. Release the back foot, my friends. Turn to your left, come into a wide-legged forward fold. Pick up your back knee, 2 straight legs, wide-legged fold. We're gonna add a twist here. Place the right hand down right underneath your face and open your left arm up to the sky for a twist. Tone your thighs, make sure your thigh muscles feel strong and active. Spin your inner thighs back, you're broadening your hips. From the center of your hips, press out through your feet. Stretch forward through your chest. Look up and twist. Release your left hand down. Bend your left knee. Get low. Get low, get low, get low. Skandasana. That's right. Working the hips in nice and low. Breathing strong, deep breaths. Stay confident in your strength. Stay confident in your power to grow, in the power of your agency to choose the path that serves you best. Come forward, side angle pose, please. We're not waiting for the perfect conditions to arise. Maybe we're even creating them, right? There is a strong sense of power, of empowerment that comes from our practice. Right hand down, left arm reaches forward. Be reminded of your strength, of your resilience, your confidence. Be reminded of your ability to take care of yourself and practice compassion. Wrap your left arm behind your back, please. Going further doesn't mean pushing harder. It means moving smarter. Walk your right hand forward, lift your left leg up. This is a great place to stay. And I like the hand behind the back personally here because I'm pressing my hand against my back, my arm against my back, and leaning back into my arm. It's creating a little bit of resistance to keep me balanced. If you feel like that doesn't serve you, great. Go ahead and just open it up, left arm to the sky. Keep your legs strong, my friends. Tone your thighs. Drop thighs to hips. That sense of drawing in, a reminder of our inner strength, of our inner power. If you want to stay here, please do, or reach back with your left hand and grab your left foot, Shavasana. You don't always need to take the deeper option, but if you do, make sure you're doing it safely, with control. Take 2 more breaths wherever you are, friends. Expand out from your hips, stretch to your legs, stretch to your heart. Good, Nancy. Take it back. 1, you're ready. Warrior 2. Soft landing. Beautiful, beautiful poses, everyone. Right away, we'll release the hands down to the ground, all the way down, downward facing dog. So good. Rock forward, plank pose. Optional vinyasa, lower down, chaturanga. Cobra posing. Downward dog. Exhale. Good work. Oh my goodness, it feels so good to move, to breathe. I always feel so empowered by this theme when I'm reminded of my own inner ability to grow at my own pace, and I have that freedom to move and grow when I'm ready to. Not waiting for the perfect conditions. Maybe it's safer to say that they are already in place. The perfect conditions are already in place all the time. That gives us the freedom to grow whenever we like. Lower your knees down to the ground, please. Nice job, friends. We're going to come into some camel pose here. It kind of utilizes a lot of the actions we've done already today. The lengthening of the quadriceps, the opening of the front of the hips. And it's a really good feeling back bend. So the first round we're going to do, have your toes tucked. Bring your hands to your low back so that your fingers are pointing up to your shoulder blades. Please squeeze your elbows in towards each other. I'm going to use my hands to kind of extend through my low back. I'm pushing my butt down towards the backs of my knees. This gives me a lot of length in the low back, so I feel less pressure, less compression there. Now we're going to lift up into our chest, roll the shoulders back, and open your heart up. Just a reminder, it's a good indication you've gone too far if you're feeling pain. There might be some discomfort as you open up into this deep stretch. But if you're hurting, you've gone too far. Maybe bringing more awareness into the action of the pose. Inner thighs spin back to broaden your outer hips. It's a pretty subtle action. Lift the front of your hips up and go back a little bit more, supporting the low back for 3. Elbows back, 2. And 1. Pick it up. Untuck your toes, sit back onto your heels. We'll do that again, camel pose. This time I'll give you the option of coming into the camel pose from down here. Watch, I'm gonna come back to toes tucked in a second. You can do the same. Now, for this one, the hands will come to our low back. The hands will come to the heels. There's a few ways you can enter it. From here, hips forward, shoulders back. Or you want to come back up from here, reaching the hands back to grab the heels. right? So let's do round 2. If you want to stay with your hands on your low back, that's great. Please do so. Try to keep your hips over your knees. So I don't know if you'll be able to feel it, but if you're leaning back, it's not what we want, right? Keeping the hips over the knees so that we're expanding through the low back, building length into the spine. Let's go for about 4 to 5 breaths. Camel pose, Ustrasana. Breathe. Thighs back, chest lifted. Expand, open your heart. And slowly come back to seated on your heels. Any questions so far? It's pretty straightforward for the most part. Just check in with how this feels. Back bends can be very intense. If you're feeling pain, you've gone too far. Remember, practicing self-care, not harm. If you're feeling a sense of expansion, go with it. Keep expanding, or just really enjoy that sensation of opening up. Opening our heart, back bends can be very empowering. That's why I love doing them so much. Let's do one more round. Camel pose. Maybe this time, to go deeper, your toes are untucked. You're just on the tops of your feet. You can enter the same way from the bottom or from the top. Keeping your hands on your low back is a great option as well. Making sure you stay supported. Tone the thighs, spin your thighs back, and open. Roll your shoulders back, lift into your chest. I'm going to encourage you to not just drop your head back. Right? You can see that this is causing me to talk weird. I can't really get a good breath. Instead, just keep the spine and the neck in line with the rest of the spine. Extend through the crown of the head rather than drop the back of the head towards your butt. Go and hold it for 3 breaths. Nice. Good, Annie. Good, June. Elbows back more. Nice, Lauren. Beautiful, everyone. 2 more breaths. You got this. Nice, Alex. And last time, inhale, slowly come up. Exhale, lower down onto your seat, please. So good, friends. That's a pretty deep back bend, Ustrasana, camel pose. Hope it feels good for you. We're going to come back to downward facing dog. Please bring your left shin forward for a pigeon pose on your left side. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, come down onto your forearms. And you take your left knee wider to the left. There you go. Good. Breathe, my friends, in through your nose and out through your nose. Stretch with compassion, not forcing a deep stretch. If anyone is working on walking your hands in and grabbing your back foot, it's the chance to do it now. Grab your right foot, your right hand. We've worked this action a lot today, so maybe it feels like a natural place to go. Nice, Emily, you got it. Scissor thighs together. Yes. Press out through the legs. We'll release it if you have it. Take it back. Downward facing dog. Shake it out. Pigeon pose, right side, please, right shin forward. Your right knee will be positioned just wider than your right hip. Your left leg is extended back. Inhale and exhale. Down onto your forearms if you can. Breathe. Walk your hands in. If you want to reach back and grab your left foot, you can do so just for a breath or two. Lauren, roll your left rib cage forward more. Yeah. Release it. And let's meet in a seated position, everybody. Bring your feet together, your knees apart. Inhale. Exhale, fold in. Slowly coming up. Roll down onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Let's finish with some easy twists. Take your knees over to your right and look over your left shoulder. Knees to the left. Look over your right shoulder, please. Knees into your chest. Bring your nose into your knees. Take a deep breath in. Shavasana. Exhale. Lie back and relax, please. And spend just a moment or two, a minute or two in stillness. Quiet reflection. Let go of any controlled breathing, any remaining tension. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. You're welcome to stay as long as you'd like in this position. When you're ready to move some more, stretch out your arms and your legs, please. Big breath in. And sigh it out, let it go. Bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a squeeze, and rock your way up to seated. Sitting up tall, please close your eyes and bring your hands to your heart. Thank you so much for sharing your energy, your breath, and your practice with all of us here. As you move forward, remember your power to grow lies within you. It doesn't rely on anyone or any outside force. Rather than waiting for the perfect conditions, maybe it's fun to say that they are always in place for us to grow and shine, be bright, be that best version of ourselves that lies within us. Thank you for bringing it here, for sharing it so freely with all of us. Let's close with one Om. Exhale all the way out. Inhale for Om. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for practice. Thank you so much, everyone. Great job today. As always, an honor and a privilege to practice with you. If you have questions, comments, requests, feedback, please reach out to me. Stephen Arcos Yoga on Facebook, on Instagram, my website, stephenarcosyoga.com, or email me, stephen@stephenarcosyoga. I also have PayPal and Venmo, both able to find me, Stephen Arcos Yoga, through all the different ways. I appreciate all of you being here. And if you can contribute, I appreciate that as well. Please let me know if you want a copy of today's class or any of the recorded classes. Lastly, up and running now is the YouTube channel, Stephen Arcos Yoga, no big surprise there, where there's already a few classes posted. Thanks again for your support, and I look forward to seeing you. Be kind to one another out there. Be kind to yourself. We all live and share this world. It's really important that we practice love and compassion for one another. I'll leave you with that. Thanks, y'all.